Magic CEO Alex Martins.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for being here. Tonight, the Orlando Magic organization celebrates a great milestone for Shaq, and also a great milestone for our organization. To be the first to have their number retired by an organization is a very special evening, and I think that there is no one more deserving to be the first than Shaq. Shaq put the Orlando Magic on the map, and the foundation of his Hall of Fame career started right here in Orlando in his first 4 seasons. And all of the accolades and all of the awards that he received over the course of his career started here, whether it be Rookie of the Year or his multiple Players of the Month and all NBA teams. The list goes on and on. Of course, NBA MVP, etc. So, Shaq, we are so pleased to have you back home. We're honored to put your number up in the rafters tonight, and we welcome you back to Orlando.
Thank you. No question.
This time to take questions. If you could please wait for a microphone and state your name and affiliation. We'll start with Dan Savage.
Dan Savage, OrlandoMagic.com. Shaq, to have this jersey retired at the place where your NBA journey began, what does this night mean to you?
It's definitely unexpected. When we did the Ring of Honor thing, I thought that was it. I really did. But I was on TNT and Alex gave the Met like it's expected. And then I always thought I'd probably be the second. I always thought you'd go with a guy like Nick Anderson first because, he was the first draft pick and all that. But like you said, I'm honored to be the first, but it's definitely unexpected. I was not expecting this at all, but I'll take it. Number 32 will probably look very good up there, but much appreciative to you, your staff, the DeVos family. But like I said, when I came back a couple of years ago for the Ring of Honor thing, I thought that was like what's going on tonight.
Kendra Douglas with the Orlando Magic. Shaq, can you just talk about some of your favorite memories of playing here and being here? I got to just talk with 3D and Nick, and we talked about, you making beats on the plane and just some of your favorite moments that just really resonate with you playing here for the Magic.
Like Alex stated, it all started here. Dennis taught me how to be a professional. Alex taught me how to deal with the media. Jeff Turner taught me how to be professional. Like everything that I saw and all the pressure was on me. I had to learn quickly how to, do certain things. So, definitely wouldn't have wanted to start my career anywhere else. They were young. I was young. We grew together. Times were very, very exciting, and it was fun. And, so you want me to give you 1 or 2 stories, that's not possible. Like we have stories for days, stories that I will never tell. Ain't that right, Jeff?
Hey, Shaq, George Diaz.
I know who you are. Don't say your name, George.
I'm no longer the Sentinel, though, yeah.
Well, I've been knowing you 30 years, George.
Hey, it was a great ride, obviously, for those years. But obviously, it went another direction afterwards. Have you ever played that what-if game with yourself?
Yeah, all the time. But, I always wanted to keep the relationships there. Me and Alex have always talked, always been close. Me and Rich, the DeVos family, we had conversations after this. I always wanted to keep the respect there. I wish there was no business of basketball. I wish the team that drafts you, you have to stay there. But, we're all young and, we all want to take care of our families and we all want to maximize our potential. So that's what happened. But I always wanted to keep the respect there. And me and this gentleman talked offline all the time because when I got off the plane, he was the first guy I saw. When I made a decision, he was the first guy I called. So we always tried to, I always wanted to keep that respect. And I was living here, so I didn't want to, I did what I had to do marketing-wise to pump the games up, but I never wanted to really disrespect the city because I was living here and just sold my house last year. But I always wanted to, keep the respect. Looking good, Coach Hill, with that hair dye. Looking good, baby. Yeah. Looking like Bob Barker back there. That's my guy from Jersey. We can fight like that.
Shaq,
Hey,
Brett
Shaq.
James here from Orlando Magic HQ. Coming back into the league, starting your career here in '92, from the moment you left Orlando, you've had the entire support of this Orlando Magic community, this franchise, and the fan base as a whole. Just what are some of the thoughts and feelings that, come to your mind when you think about how this community has really just had your back from the moment you entered the league till now?
There's an old saying, never forget where you come from. And my professional career started here. And I've been living here mostly all my life. And, the fans have been hospitable. The people have been very, very hospitable. I never thought this day would happen. Again, when I came for the ring ceremony, I thought that was the last time I would be honored here. And then, Alex called me first. And he said, I can't tell you what's going on, but we're going to do something special for you on TNT tonight. And I was not expecting this. But like I said, I'll take it.
Shaquille, Tim Reynolds with the AP.
I know who you are.
I
Stop
know,
telling me your
but
name.
They make us say
Jeez.
it's a respect thing. Shaq.
Yes, thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Pete Maravich, Wilt Chamberlain, and you, the only 3 players to have jerseys retired by 3 franchises. What you've done a lot of things, but when you're in a club that rare, what does that mean to you?
It means that every franchise you played for, they enjoyed you. Fans enjoyed you. The people enjoyed you. They appreciate your hard work. Coming from where we come from, blue-collar working family, Father brought me to a game one day, and the game was terrible. And he told me, if you ever get to this point where people are paying a lot of money to watch you play, always put on a show. And Coach Hill didn't like sometimes when I take the ball and go coast to coast and commit a turnover, but I was always trying to put on a show for the people. So, when you have your jersey retired for 3 different franchises, I think that just says that you put on the show.
Shaq, Philip Rossman Reich, Orlando Magic Daily. You've obviously went on after Orlando to some big moments in your career. Established yourself as one of the greatest players of all time. But how has your perspective maybe on your time in Orlando changed as your career progressed, as you entered retirement?
It'll never change. This is where it all started. Just like I'm from New Jersey. My time there will never change. Just like when I went to LSU, my time will never change. It's all about the starting place. It all started here. All the good and the bad, the trials and tribulations. And everything that I've endured, everything that I learned here. Like I stayed in the damn airport Hilton for 3 months and spent $900,000 because I didn't know how to find a realtor and buy a house. Dennis Scott had to come pick me up and introduce me to a realtor and bought my mom a house in Alaqua and bought myself a house in Isleworth. But as a 20-year-old kid, I didn't know any of that, so I was just going to stay. I thought that they was going to, buy the house for me. So I just stayed in a hotel and, didn't do anything. And then Dennis like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm staying in a hotel until training camp start. Like, you don't have a house? I was like, no. What's that? So, Dennis, taught me International Drive, Kirkman Boulevard, downtown, Bahama Breeze, Hooters, of course, one of my favorite places. And so, just everything that I've learned here. It all started here.
Shaq, Mike Bianchi, Orlando Sentinel, you said you play the what-if game all the time. What if you had stayed? How many championships would you guys have won?
I know we definitely would have had one. And I try not to play the what-if game because it always takes you to a negative state. Like the what-if game I'm playing now is my sister was here on a Saturday, and she was very sick. And I told her, I said, I got to go to L.A. and handle some business. If you want me to stay, I'll stay. She said, no, go handle your business. Go handle the business, take a red-eye flight. She passed away. What if I would have called one last time to hear her voice and say, I love you? What if I would have called Kobe Bryant on all the stuff we went through? What if I just would have called him and said, hey, man, I love you. Hey, man, I miss you. Hey, man, let's make it better. So, the what-if game for me puts me in a state I don't be in. I always think about it now and then and just look at the highlights, but then you can't live your life off the, what if.
Shaq, here, Gerardo Barberan from NBA Latin America. As you said, from tonight on, the 32 is going to be on the rafter. How do you pick that number? What's the story?
I wanted 33 because this guy promised me I'd get 33. And then when I got here, a guy named Terry Catlett said I had to pay him 150 cash. So I just picked 32 because the Orlando didn't pay me enough at that time, and I didn't have that type of money.
Farah here for Telemundo Orlando. You say it's unexpected, but it's something that you wanted. I mean, can you tell how important this is, this moment? You even had like a song before this announcement that
Yeah,
you called.
I was just messing around. I wouldn't say it's something that I wanted. You know, I know I did a lot of great work here, put in a lot of time, but you know, for me, all I really wanted was the opportunity, and we almost got there. You know, I just wanted to play basketball and just do certain things and just grow old and be recognized as one of the greatest players ever, and that's what I did. So, you know, if this day wouldn't happen, me and him still wouldn't be, you know, not speaking. Like I would still, you know, come here and say JTMF money and Coach Hill jersey, like, because again, it all started here. You know, despite what happened, the respect will always be there. So it's not something that I say I wanted, but again, he called me. He said we're putting it up. I'm not gonna say don't do it. So I'll take it.
Alex Martin, could I ask you, why now?
Yeah, why
Time is
not?
right. The time is right.
Should have did this in 2015.
There's a time and a place for everything, and we feel like this is the right time. Obviously, as part of celebrating our 35th anniversary, I think it gives us an opportunity to, you know, put Shaq's time with us in perspective over the course of our 35 years. But, you know, we've talked about it for a long time, and we said that we were going to do it when the time was right, and we just feel like the time is right now.
Canty from La Guerra, NBA, Puerto Rico. Shaq, your legacy will remain forever in the sport.
I'm getting old. I didn't see you. Sorry.
If you have one word that you would like for the fans to remember you in your entire career and your legacy, if you could describe yourself, how you want us to remember your legacy?
In basketball, I want to be remembered as one of the most dominant players ever. In real life, I want to be remembered as he was a nice guy. Like, I don't want to be remembered, he did this and he made this and he owned this. Doesn't matter. Was he a nice guy? When you seen him and Uncle Jerome, did he stop and take a picture? When, you know, you find out a kid needs some size 23 shoes, did Shaq send them? So that's it. You know, nothing else. I'm not going to say it matters, but it's not really important. But, you know, I was given the opportunity. I took advantage of it. You know, my mother and father and Coach Hill would always say, make them remember your name. I thought my name was, you know, chosen for a reason. Shaquille O'Neal, I thought it was a beautiful basketball name. And I used to love when the announcers say it. But again, off the court, Shaq was a nice guy. On the court, one of the most dominant players ever. All that other stuff is irrelevant.
Shaq, Alex Walker with Channel 9 here in Orlando. We talked with Dennis Scott yesterday, and he said that when you got here, you changed everyone's lives in terms of how you guys traveled, how you guys did everything. When you reminisce on those days.
Because I told Alex I'm not flying Southwest.
Yeah.
Southwest? No, it's just, I mean, I wish I had something to do with that. Alex was, you know, you started as the PR director, and it's the reason why he's the CEO. Alex always had that vision. So I knew nothing about, like, I used to travel Southwest, but when we got here, you know, guys would just tell me, thank you. I'm like, why are you thanking me? He's like, because you're here, we don't travel Southwest. I'm like, you used to travel Southwest? And what? Yeah, we used to have to get up at 5:30. So, you know, I wish I could take credit for that, but it was all this man, well, not him, but, you know, John Gabriel, you know, guys like that.
Reminiscing, though, being a part of that group, with you at the forefront, putting this franchise on the map.
I mean, I was just a happy kid in Jersey by way of LSU, making a lot of money, doing a lot of unorthodox things, having fun, winning. You know, first year I think we went 41-41, missed the playoffs, and then, you know, I just wanted to always be able to just be great, and then, you know, just get in championship. You know, what I respected most about them is every time I wanted something, they would always get it done. Like, I didn't even know who Penny Hardaway was, but I was doing something that Mr. Diaz hated for me to do, which was shoot a movie. So I was shooting a movie, and I was playing with this kid, Penny Hardaway, and And I called these guys right away. I was like, hey, man, I'm playing with this kid, Penny Hardaway. He said he's in Memphis. He's in the draft. It's like, well, we don't think we can get him. You better get him. So, they took care of me on that. And, we saw Horace Grant was having problems in Chicago, and I called him. So, we was able to get a lot of things done quickly.
In addition to your jersey being retired tonight, you're calling the game for TNT, Jason Beattie with the Orlando Sentinel. Just what do you make of this year's Magic squad and the job Jamal Mosley has done?
I like him. I really like Paolo. Beautiful kid, beautiful player. I like the team. I spoke with them today. They seem to be together. I told them today, I said, right now we're in the 6th spot, so hopefully we could win a few games, move up and get some type of home court advantage. I like the Wagner boys. I like the kid from Australia. It's pretty much there. Probably need 1 or 2 more pieces to, really get to that next level, but I think they play hard. I think they can compete, and I think they can go pretty far. They just have to believe it. But it all starts with Paolo. Paolo, am I saying right? Yeah.
Cody Taylor, Rookie Wire, USA Today. Obviously, first number retired here, and you mentioned Nick earlier, but do you have, if the time comes to the organization retires another number, do you have a preference maybe on who that player should be?
It's not my decision, but I would say either Penny or T-Mac, but I don't know. I'm just honored to be a recipient, whether it's number 1, number 2. Again, I would probably think Nick Anderson first. First pick, done a lot for the community, was a vital part of our success here. So I would have thought of him first. And so, but no, to answer your question, T-Mac, Penny, Dwight, I don't know.
Jamie Say, WKMG in Orlando. Shaq, what kind of advice would you give this young group of Magic players? Very young, they have playoff aspirations and more.
I would say the family is doing a great job to help you get to that next level. Take advantage of it. I was so jealous walking through that damn locker room today, Jeff. They got chefs and ice baths and training and doctors. It's just so I would definitely tell them to take advantage of all the amenities that the organization is providing for them. Because I've talked with a lot of teams, and a lot of teams don't have these amenities. But when we were playing, we definitely didn't have this. So definitely to take advantage of it, try to better yourself, and just always try to get to that next level.
Okay, we've got time for 2 more. Philip?
Philip Rossmark again from Orlando Magic Daily. You've been through a couple jersey retirement ceremonies already, but what do you think will be special about this one? This one, obviously, got to wait till after the game. But what do you think? How will this one feel for you?
This, truthfully speaking, will probably be the most impressive one. LSU, I knew. Lakers, I kind of knew. This one, I didn't know. And to start here and to put in the work and to play here 4 years and be honored this way, this probably be the most special one. Again, LSU, I already knew I was the baddest guy coming out of LSU. When I went to LA, I kind of forced it. I'm like, I got to be up there. I got to be up there. I got to, like Jerry West. I don't talk about other organizations, but I just said I got to be up there. So I kind of knew that was going to happen. But this one, like I said, when we did the ring ceremony upstairs and all you guys showed up, I thought that was it. So when you delivered the message on TNT, I wanted to cry, but I don't cry in public. Ever.
All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.